So, Danny.
So, Barry.
Arsenal 3, Tottenham 1. It finished the same as it did last season. What are your thoughts?
Yeah,
Where did we lose that game?
In the midfield again. I think we lost it in the midfield again. I think you could see that it's just Partey was just so dominant in that midfield. He just like that. For me, I think he was their man of the match, not Xhaka. I don't think Xhaka was their man of the match. I know he got the goal at the end, the third goal, but I think it was just that midfield battle. We just looked every single time we got overrun, and they kept trying to force it through the right hand side on their left hand side where Emerson was, and even afterwards they had no luck on the left hand side because Perisic and I think Son at most times did pretty well, apart from when they got their goal from that right hand side when Saka fucking whipped it in, tried to take a shot, and Lloris just passed it straight out to in front of him. It bounced off Emerson, Romero, and then it went underneath him. So it was just a calamity of mistakes today from the players. Going into second half, we looked like we were still in the game.
Yep.
We came out awful. We were awful. We had the mistake straight away. And then Emerson, it kind of looked like something was going to happen there because throughout the game, he was kicking out at Martinelli because Martinelli had him in his pocket all game. And then he did a very, very stupid mistake and got himself sent off. And I think as soon as that happened, I think we all knew that the game was over because just in my eyes, what I saw in that game, the team, it's like they needed that system there in order to have the chance to get anything from this game. And as soon as that system got disrupted, because our players are not good enough, right? We know this. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah.
If they think they're not good, if people think our squad is good enough, you just have to look at the depth we had on the bench today. We didn't have any attackers, and the one attacker he didn't bring on. And then as soon as Emerson got sent off, it was just that was it. It just he just went fucking defensive completely, and we were lucky not to concede another one. Really, to be honest with you, it was just calamity of mistakes today. It was. No, they didn't look like they had any confidence. As soon as we went to 10 men, it's like they just gave up. It's like they're like, fuck, it's lost now. Like, we're not going to do this. And it was like, Conte saw it because we went and conceded literally a goal straight after it. Within 5 minutes, we went and conceded a goal. And Conte was like, right, I need to do something, otherwise we're going to get absolutely battered. And that's the mentality. Yeah. The mentality was, rather than, right, why don't we try and change it to something to try and make a difference, go free in the midfield, bring on a Brian Hill even, just to make a difference. But no, he went full attack, full defence, because he could see that we're just not good enough. I don't know, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I think, for me, that result's been coming.
Yeah,
We were all saying, you know, we're playing badly, we're getting results. Well, we played probably the worst that we played all season, and it, you know, I can't say that we haven't played worse. You know, Chelsea was pretty bad.
That was the worst, I think.
But today we got, you know, the team that's top of the league, that's undefeated, showed us.
They're not undefeated. They lost at United.
Sorry, not undefeated, but they yeah. I mean, they're just showing. I mean, I can't even think now. It's how bad the last 25 minutes has been. It's just been so poor today. I think we tried to go. You know, there wasn't a problem at where it was 1-1. We were playing 3-4-3, but again, that midfield was overrun.
Yeah.
We didn't change it enough. Emerson, unfortunately, did what he did. And there was always going to be a red card, and I thought that we started the second half. It was like a bit like the West Ham game. We played better in the first half and worse in the second half. And just those last 25 minutes when we made the 5 substitutions, like you said, we had nothing on the bench. Would it have made a difference? We'll never know if we started 3-5-2 and Basuma started and Richarlison could come on and change the game. But then, to be fair, Richarlison was the one that won the penalty.
He was the one that won the penalty.
Kane, again...
It was a hit-and-miss game. He wasn't really in the game today, to be honest with you.
No.
Apart from the penalty, of course, which he took well, he wasn't really... I think I said earlier, I think our best attacking player was probably Son He was the one trying to do things, and Richarlison as well was a little bit. I know he won us the penalty, but I think the worst player on the pitch today was Emerson.
Yeah.
Defensively, he was awful. Martinelli was just winning every single battle with him today. The amount of times I watched Emerson get dribbled past was ridiculous. They nearly had another one as well when Jesus dribbled past them and sent Romero the wrong way, and then luckily Emerson recovered just about. But it also on an offensive side, Emerson was awful. Every single time. I think I only saw in the game maybe once or twice where he tried to take on his man and he failed to beat the man with a cross afterwards. He made one cross into the box, which was decent, the whole game until he got sent off, and no one was in the box to receive that. Other than that, he was awful. He just kept passing back all the time. He just didn't try to beat his man. To me, this is crying out for someone like Spence, in my opinion. I know he's young, and I get that he wants to integrate him slowly, and there's the jump from the Championship to the Premier League. But to be honest with you, sometimes you can see what players are made of when you actually give them that chance and you give them that confidence and belief to say, do you know what? I believe that you can actually have an effect on our team if you get that chance. Maybe, just maybe, he might get that chance, because what I saw of Doherty in that game. It was worse than Emerson. He was worse. His touch was awful. It was like the Doherty we saw at the beginning of last season or under Nuno, when his confidence was not there. He was just misplacing passes. Now, I think it will be different when Kulusevski comes back, because I know that when he was playing his best football, Kulusevski was when he was with Kulu, and they built up a really good kind of link-up play and partnership. So it'd be interesting to see what Conte does, but I think we all know it's going to be Doherty who's going to start, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, that's that. Yeah, I mean, I think, well, it'll be interesting to see what happens on Tuesday. Obviously, Emerson now...
He'll play.
Banned for 3 games for that straight red, which, you could sit there and say, is that the only positive from today? Emerson getting a red card
do you know what?
for 3 games?
I genuinely think so, because I think he needs to force Conte's hand to really try to change something, because Emerson has been... I don't think he's been good this season. I think he's been pretty poor, to be honest with you. He's had a few moments in games where he's been all right. He's done his job, is what I would like to say. But that's what you should be doing when you're paid a lot of money. You should do your job, but you should do it to a very good standard. And it's not. It's been just okay. It's not been great. Yeah. Has Emerson been... Can you sit here and say Emerson's been good all season? No. I mean, most of the players haven't been very good all season, to be honest with you. Even Harry Kane, who's got another goal today, but his general play again today wasn't that great.
No, not at all. Big up to Franco. He's got a super chat there. Silver lining, Spence rise, and we really need a new goalie, but nothing is written. We can bounce back. Any final thoughts, Danny? On today's game?
I think, look, it is one game. It's one game, so we can't take it like it's the end of our season. We're only, 8 games in? I mean, we've got a whole season. Look where we were last season, and when, it was November when Conte came in. So the season can change very, very fast. And I said to the Arsenal fan I was speaking to last night that, if you win tomorrow, fair enough. And Estelle was saying as well, it's one game, we can recover from this, right? The thing is that Arsenal haven't been tested yet in playing 2 or 3 games a week. They've only done that for 1 week, and that was the first Europa League game they had. So they haven't had a period where it's Thursday to Sunday, Thursday, Sunday, Thursday, Sunday, and then maybe another midweek or whatever. But I think that's when it's really going to test them, because I don't think Arsenal I think there's going to be a challenge for top 4. I definitely think so. Yeah. I think it just depends on injuries as well and how teams can kind of keep it up. I just don't see Arsenal keeping it up as good as they have been doing when they start having to play more games. And I think we just need to hopefully hope that Kulusevski's injury is not a bad one and he comes back very soon, because it was evident today we need another couple of players, really. Right wing back, he doesn't trust Spence. The positive is, let's hope that we can get to January and still be in and around that kind of close to those teams above us and who are below us. Because we can always be in with a chance of finishing in the top 4.
Yep.
And I think we can. But yeah, as long as we can get to January, I think there's a chance. We've got a chance.
Okay, guys and girls, another super chat from Sui. I think we played well. Red card killed the game. Conte should have made the changes quicker. At least Emerson is out for 3 days.
Yeah.
Hashtag silver linings.
I agree.
It's been a disappointing day. Unfortunately, it's the early kickoff. We know we never play well in early kickoffs.
Yep.
We're all looking, trying to cling on to some positives. We're not undefeated anymore. Daigle's shirt's now going to be burnt outside the Scotland Yard. But look, we need to go again. We've got a game on Tuesday, Champions League. We know we didn't play well, obviously, against Sporting. We need to get a result. It's away from home in Frankfurt. We can't afford to then go on a run where we're looking at, another game, another defeat. Then that'll be, kind of 3 in a row. That won't be great. Obviously, Leicester sandwiched in between, but 1 win out of 4 won't be great. So we need to go again. We need to try and stay positive. The post-match show will be coming up. Like, subscribe, and comment. And as always,
come on, you
Spurs.